Hello Yacine,
Salut Laurent.
tu m'entends correctement?
Oui, et on est déjà en live. So,
Ah, ok.
yeah,
So,
I already activated the live stream. So we are all live. And I think I've been a little bit in advance. So sorry for that. We're just going to wait till 9 in case some people are coming because I saw that we have attendees who have registered to this community meeting.
ah,
May have
awesome.
some friends. Let's see.
Okay.
In any case,
And
we always have plenty of stuff to explain. So.
and just Yacine, have you checked that the YouTube streaming is also
It is,
okay?
yeah.
It is.
YouTube, LinkedIn, we are live.
And have you checked that we have some sound this week?
Let me check that. Yeah,
Okay.
everything is all right. Yeah.
Everything's all right. Okay, perfect.
So the recording has started because I've been a little bit in advance, let's say, you know, to do all the settings that Laurent, in order to enable, Linux Foundation Zoom and
Hmm.
becoming the host and do all the setting for streaming live. But
Hmm.
this time it has been done in less than a minute, so I'm in a little bit in advance. So that's okay. Let's wait a little bit and let's take care about the first coffee in the morning as well. So
Okay. And so this time we try to monitor the YouTube chat as well.
yeah, good. Yeah, because last time we didn't check the chat and sound, so I think you have access to the chat as the YouTube admin.
Hmm.
But in any case, we now it's live, streaming live, and sound is okay. So perfect.
Perfect. Let me just
Um,
put the windows right here. Okay.
I'll just maybe gonna send as well because I think now as Zoom is enabled, I think I can send the Zoom direct link to our Discord community just in case some people have not registered and would like to join. Uh, I noticed that
Yeah.
it seemed to be possible. Let me check that.
If Discord is up this morning, because yesterday it seems that there was some outages on Discord servers. So
Mhm.
I heard some people that tried to post some messages on the Discord server yesterday and had some troubles.
So I have.
Okay. So looks like we are live and it's 9 a.m. here in
Yeah,
CET.
so I think we are ready to start. And
One last coffee.
first coffee in the morning, yes. And yeah, as it's also the first community meeting of this new year, 2025. So happy new year to all the Microcks community and sponsors, adopters, and all the people who support us. I mean, that's going to be a giant year. So happy new year to all.
Happy New Year, friends.
And by the way, we'll we'll check this out. But just for your information, Laurent, and to share with us, we have a new PR for a new public adopter. Just received it this
Really?
morning. Yes.
Okay. During the
Uh,
night, it appears.
yeah, during the night exactly. So, and with nice information inside. So I'll let we're not going to keep it secret, but it's people that we've been in touch and they joined the community a few months ago. But the amazing point is that they've already done a video in order to introduce Microcks for Dummies,
Oh,
blog posts for Microcks for Dummies. So let's check it out. We'll put it online. We're going to promote it certainly this week or next week, or at least as soon as we can. But very, very good to have, let's say, adopters who are coming and starting to contribute immediately to Microcks visibility. That's giant. And look like that we have a new friend which is coming. So hi there.
Yeah, hello. Hello, guys.
Can you hear us?
ah,
Hey, nice to see you. We've
nice
been
to
in
see
touch
you.
on Discord for a while, and very, very happy to see you live and see you joining the community meeting this morning. Thanks for that.
Yeah, this is first time when I join in. Yeah, looking forward.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
cool. Welcome. Welcome. Nice to see you in person.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, I want to say and thank you for managing Microcks and making it like open for community and supporting industry in this important area.
Yeah, and thanks for you to be an active adopter and also for the contribution that you have done, which is really, really appreciated. Maybe, by the
Yeah.
way, you can, if you want, you can say a few words on what you have contributed on and why, if you want to start this community meeting.
Yeah, sure. So last year, I was introducing small updates in Microcks Hub portal and in Microcks itself. So the first thing is remember uh, when on a screen when you can select plus like from Open API based on Open API specification. There was no an ability to deselect the whole list of items. And in my case, I have a pretty large, big Open API specification with around 100 endpoints. So in my case, it was simpler to select and deselect like in a bunch, but not going through each item. So this one small improvements was the first one, but the rest it's like the same. It's like small adjustment just to polish the tool. But what I'm really looking forward is to migrate Hub, Microcks, and other um, repos to the
Okay.
latest technologies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You have
and
interest in deploying on Azure.
um,
Okay, so
I'm
sorry, maybe I misunderstood.
no,
What was
not
the repo
exactly.
you?
I'm talking about, for example, Hub. Recently, you open a discussion
Yeah.
how to migrate a new stack, remove all dependencies, and yeah, I think that for us and for community, it will be for community in general, it will be simpler to support something that's up to date without legacy stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And so, by the way, I put the link in the YouTube chat and the Zoom chat as well. But yes, we have recently opened a discussion about what could be the future about Microcks UI, because if you have had a look at this, we are on very, very old stack, and at the moment, we are a bit stuck about the different dependencies we have. So this year we will actively look at how to migrate this and how to to stick with standards, with up-to-date stacks and frameworks. So yeah, remove also a bunch of CVEs, by the way. So yeah, definitely, I think it's a topic you're very experienced in. So yeah, could be really nice to work together on this.
This is a very hot topic that we, let's say, have in a to-do list for quite a while, and it's going to take time, but it's also something to address as it has been explained within the issue. And if any of you, as Laurent said, have any expertise, experience, or would like to join us for this purpose, feel free, because that's going to be a long process.
Yeah, cool.
Right. Yeah.
And thanks for our new members who join us live today as well. So hi there.
Hi, Harsh.
Anushka.
Hi, Anushka.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good,
Good,
good.
good,
Happy
good.
New Year to all of you.
Yeah. Happy New Year
Yeah,
all.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year all.
So, is there any one of you who have a, let's say, a specific topic? As you, by the way, as you have noticed, we are taking this community meeting twice a month, but so far we have decided to not, let's say, put an agenda in order to be fully open, which means when you are coming, if you have anything to share, say, ask, or request, you have the priority. If
Uh,
it's happening, if it's only the two of us, Laurent, I am Sand, we have plenty of information to share, and we're going to do that later on. But if any of you have any question requests, feel free to do it. That's your time as well, and dedicate it to the community.
okay. So like first of all, I have one request regarding the Microcks. Basically, like yesterday around yesterday, the LFX mentorship proposal has been started. So like CNCF projects can raise their proposals for the upcoming LFX mentorship program. So I think for Microcks, we can like raise like some of the proposals, maybe couple of proposals or some probable topics on which we want to work during this LFX mentorship, maybe.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point, because we are thinking about Linux Foundation, mentorship, and also CNCF mentorship. Why not Google Summer of Code?
Yeah,
We
maybe.
know
Yeah.
that it's a lot of investment from a mentor point of view, and so on. But you're right, that can be very valuable for the projects, the community, and all the mentees, especially junior people who would like to, let's say,
Yeah.
to level up and let's say gain expertise on a project like Microcks. So that's a very, very good point. Thanks for putting that on the table. On your
Yes.
side, are you planning to be or to join as a mentee or a mentor, or what's your point on that or idea?
Uh, like the my current goal is to like join a LFX as a mentee, because like I have never done LFX, but I have
Mhm.
completed the GSOC. So like for the Google Summer of Code, I'm targeting to being a mentor for the Google Summer of
Okay.
Code.
Cool. I think regarding Linux Foundation, maybe it could be of use to create an issue. You know, we have a community repo.
Yeah.
I think I don't know what you think about it, Laurent, but maybe it could be appropriated in a community repo to create an issue on this point. So then we can track, let's say, what need to be done for mentees, mentor, what are the deadlines. I know that we need to submit some IDs projects, so that should be related to issues who clearly explain some improvement on new features. So the one we discussed just before, you know, the UI, security stuff related to the UI, changing the framework for the UI, I think it's perfectly appropriated for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, sure. So it can be easier to track this in an issue, or if these are just preliminary discussions or thoughts or ideas or whatever, you can also start a discussion in the org, and then we'll turn this into an issue depending on how the things are clear for you and so on. But yeah, Sure, feel free. This is topic we started to look at. I think it was next year. 2024 was next year, previous year, sorry, during spring. But yeah, obviously we had a lot of stuff to do, a lot on our plate this year. So, but yeah, it would be really interesting, yes, to have someone that is involved either on the mentee, on the mentor side, so that we can, yes, start digging this up. Yeah,
Yes,
cool.
yes, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, and as Laurent said, I mean, we have good friends from JSON schema specification, async API specification who have done this process in the past and who have provided us very good feedback. And by the way, Anushka, she's, I mean, contributing to async API, so welcome as well. And you know, all these friends, communities, and so on, we are all sharing, you know, ideas like that. And we have not starting this process for Microcks so far, but Arsh, thanks for raising that. And I just put the repo I was thinking about, which is, let's say, dedicated to community-related stuff. I think that's certainly where we can create an issue to just to share all the information on this topic and join the forces to make it happen if we can. I mean, if we are on time and so on and so on. But I think it's a very, very nice idea and time this year to start it as well.
Yeah, so like I have like uh, thought about a couple of things, like as you have mentioned the UI part.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like micro CLI is also need to be improved, like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we have to integrate some basic like Cobra CLI or anything stuff with this, so like we can directly use those already built stuff and we can improve our CLI. So like
Mm-hmm.
that could be a possible project for the next participation.
Excellent. Yes, we have tons of ideas regarding how to improve, how to enhance the CLI. For example, we'd like in the future to be able to use it just to start a small instance of Microcks locally, just typing Microcks CLI start server or something like that, and it will pop up everything for us. Would be awesome also, yeah, to have some propositions and discussion on this topic. Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. And also maybe a third topic, just throwing out things, ideas like this. But the third topic we came across recently with some adopters was also some evolutions around the Microcks hub. You know, this repo that is
Yeah, artifact.
hub.microcks.io. And we see more and more interest in deploying this on premises, so that people can have private instances of Hub. And there again, there is a lot of things to do regarding the UI, but also regarding how we can customize it, package it, and allow people to easily deploy it on Kubernetes and so on. So yeah, but I think you've got the point. UI, CLI, and Hub could be very, very nice introduction topics for people who
Yeah.
wanted to contribute. Yeah. Cool.
I put in a chat, you know, the information on that. So that's the Microcks Hub website, dedicated public website, and the issue that Laurent was dealing with regarding idea of being able to deploy the hub on-prem. But again, and Arsh, that's idea which are coming from other adopters or maybe brainstorming between Laurent and I and some other adopters. But you as contributor, adopters, and users of Microcks, clearly what we really like is any improvement that you may think about that can become, let's say, a new feature request or a new improvement that we're going to be more than happy to share, discuss all together, because you know, being fully dedicated to the product like we are, both of us are, sometimes we can be, let's say, maybe too focused on some specific points and miss some others. So clearly, don't be shy. Share any information that you may have, any ideas. That's very, very valuable for all of us.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay. Also, as well, I was thinking, Ciare, did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah,
How do
you just call me Serge.
Okay, Serge. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's easier for us as French
Easier
people.
for us.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm originally from Belarus, and this is Belarusian pronunciation.
Okay,
Okay.
Serge. Cool. So I can imagine you've gone through the discussion about the Microcks UI on Microcks. Do you think it could be useful to have a review now at the moment, or start discussing about some point? Do you have some comments actually, or maybe not yet? What do you
Uh,
think?
So I need to review them once
Yeah.
again because it was some time after
Okay.
the proposal, and maybe I'll put more details into new discussion, and
Okay.
later on we'll continue discussion there.
Okay, cool. Cool. No rush. I just took time this week to start writing about it. It is a topic I had on my to-do list for a long time, but yeah, you know what it is. New Year
Definitely.
resolution. I just started it and I have to write it down right now because otherwise I could miss it.
And
Okay.
yeah, sorry, go ahead. I thought it was someone who would like to say something. Sorry. Yeah, I was just maybe asking to Anushka. I mean, if she have any requests, anything to say, as she's very involved on async API, and as we are, all of us. I don't know if you have any specific point to share with us, or if you are more to, let's say, here to create bridges, additional bridges to be between the two giant communities we love. Don't know if you can hear us, Anushka.
No, I think she's outside, so she cannot
Okay.
speak.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
No
in the
problem
chat
at
it
all.
is say that yeah, won't be able to
Yeah.
come off mic. I'm outside. Yeah.
Okay, sorry for that. I didn't saw that. Okay, no problem at all. But in any case, we know each other, so we'll catch up on some async API topic or any of us if you have some. But happy that you are being able to join and listen to us this morning. I mean, morning for us. Okay. Any other specific points or topic on your side, folks?
Not really.
Yeah, I think it's like pretty much about one a niche issue. Like me and Laurent were working on one issue of moving from the JSON schema validator to network entities JSON schema validator. So like I have gone through all the documentation of them, but like I feel that they have less documentation for the specific work. Like I have
Okay.
tried a couple of things with the network entities JSON schema validator, but most of the time the test cases were failing on our Microcks side. So like uh, maybe we need to like look for some more specific documentation about the network entity, because like there is no such documentation available for this.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So yes, there is an issue regarding upgrading the stack for validating JSON schema, because here again we are on a situation that the stack we have at the moment is not yet no longer maintained, and in preliminary discussions or explorations, we have selected a new stack, but yeah, moving from one to the other one doesn't seem to be that easy. So, okay. And do you have started to commit something somewhere? Maybe you have
Yeah, so like
a
I have
branch on your repo, something I can.
so okay, so like I didn't push anything on the GitHub, but like I have
Okay.
some local implementation of that. So like I have just created one local separate class for the network entity, which is a
Mm-hmm.
Java JSON schema editor for our util basic library. So like I have created some specific stuff for there, and there I'm testing all those things. So like I'm
Okay.
experimenting with the networking.
Okay. So maybe first step we can do is just if you can put anything into sorry, into a Git repo, and then we start investigating from this point, and maybe also reaching out the network NT community to see
Yeah, I
if
have talked with them. So like I have put
okay.
one message over there. So like they have some separate community on the Google uh, group or maybe somewhere else. So like I am trying to communicate with them.
Okay, cool. And yeah, so let's start doing that, putting everything into a public GitHub repository so that we have a basis to start with and to track discussions. And I'll check on my side, but maybe we have friends at JSON Schema that may also help us to be put in touch with the guys from Network NT and to have, let's say, much more direct access to them if we encounter some issues regarding documentations or whatever. But yeah, could be nice to go ahead on this topic as well, because if I remember correctly, this is one of the remaining issues that I would have loved to integrate into the next release, the 1.11. So yeah, could be nice to put that. And by the way, I will put in the chat the link to the issue, so that if some people who are watching the replay or whatever would like also to participate in this, they could jump on the discussion and whatever. So yeah, I put this issue related to JSON schema validation migration, and yes, just pasting the link in the YouTube chat as well. Okay, cool.
And just for, because thanks for raising this one, but regarding this issue, is it something that we have shared already with the JSON schema community? Yes, Ouch, you said?
No. Please
No? Okay, sorry. Because I maybe we can certainly provide some, let's say, I'm not going to say help, but at least their point of view on a tool and maybe more visibility on what may happen. I don't know if it's could be of use, let's say, to create an issue as well on JSON schema for this purpose.
Not sure because it is not directly related to the spec, but much more on the implementation. But actually, I've used the benchmark tool, the benchmark services from the JSON schema community, the tool that is named Bowtie, to do the initial review and to select what could be the target for the migration. But yeah, maybe it could be nice, let's say, how we are starting to be involved in the network NT community and so on, but maybe it would be nice to help, to ask from, for help from the JSON community as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And just regarding some so sorry, Archer, maybe if you would like to keep going on this point, or is it
No,
it's okay.
no, yeah, it's close. Like we have more discussion on GitHub maybe for this.
All right,
Just like
cool.
yeah.
Cool. But you're right. That's a very again an important topic. Yeah. And just regarding the chat and discussion with Anushka. Thanks for, let's say, Anushka, all the stuff that you have done last year, especially on events that we've been all together, API Days Paris and all the async API conferences where we've been we have done most of them, let's say, and we're gonna keep going, of course, next week. So we'll stay next year, this year, sorry. So we'll stay in touch on that. And regarding your question, so far, let's say we are more planning to gain invisibility by joining public events and other community events than doing, let's say, or on conference dedicated to Microcks. I'm not saying that we are that the community is too small today. We're starting to have quite a lot of active members, but I think it's going to be a huge amount of work that unfortunately I think it's maybe too much for the let's say for most Laurent and I so far, especially from an organization point of view. But by joining other events, I think we can really gain, and that's what we have done a lot last year, gain in visibility. And a good point is that now we also have a lot of adopters who are starting to do talks, and we're going to promote that. And we always rather prefer when it's when a talk and feedback is coming during that event from a user than from the maintainers. So that's let's say our main objective for this year. But we'll keep going and working with all the people who are managing and doing events like you do, in order to, let's say, to shine all together and create more synergies. All right, and maybe something that we can share as well. I was dealing about adopters and adopters who are doing let's say contribution regarding Microcks visibility and so on. Maybe some of you folks have not noticed a blog post that I'm going to put in a chat from let's say a long time adopter and supporter. It's a company which is named, it's a private bank in Switzerland, which is named Lombard-Odier. And we have Ludovic, which is clearly a Microcks champion, and someone, a very, let's say, strong techie, very involved on API ops, GitOps, and everything related to running services on top of Kubernetes. He have a team with very, very high skills. It has been very amazing. And they are using Microcks for 3 years already, or maybe more. And they've created this blog post. So I can also share my screen if you want, but I'll let you read it. But this blog post is clearly very nice, based on the fact that they clearly and simply describe their use case and how, let's say, they use Microcks to provide mock services and sandboxes as a service in a fully automated way. That's something that was not easy to set up, because they are using Kong for the API gateway, everything running on top of Kubernetes. They are using a very, very opinionated and strong GitOps approach. And now they've been able for more than a year from a spec to generate an example and data set of examples to generate a sandbox, publish it on their developer portal, and expose it through the gateway, and everything in a fully automated way for all their internal and external developers. So that's, let's say, an amazing use case. I strongly recommend your folks to check it out and read the blog post. And reach out to Ludovic if you want to know more, because this is clearly the type of adopters that we have more and more now. Big enterprises who are using Microcks at a very high scale. So that's very, very nice. Okay, maybe some of the points, Laurent, we can share, because we've done a very nice break between last year and this year, but we have a lot of new stuff to showcase as well. So
maybe just on this topic of adoption and growth of the community, one very interesting metric to share, and it's still very fresh. I just aggregated the different numbers this week, but in December 2024, we reached 140,000 downloads of Microcks in just 1 month. So when I say downloads, I mean downloads of the Docker image, both the standard distribution and the Uber distribution aggregated, But yeah, we are very close to the next milestone that is 150,000. Could be a really nice milestone. And so it really demonstrates the steady growth we had from this last month. So typically, the download figures are growing from 20% each month. So it's really nice and really joyful to discover the numbers each and every week. So keep on going, keep on pushing. It's still demonstrate that people are using it a lot, and it's very, very pleasant to see this.
And we will communicate as well as well, let's say, on those metrics, certainly more often, because it's something that we are taking care about, as you can imagine, within the CNCF Foundation. As it's not a secret, we would like to level up. We are sandbox. We like to move to incubate. By the way, we're going to start this process this quarter. May take time, but we're going to start it. And all those metrics are very important. And the number of downloads, as Laurent said, we are very proud about it, because that clearly demonstrates that more and more people are using Microcks. And the good point as well, it's really, really global. We have downloads from all over the world, and it's quite amazing. It was not like that, let's say, 2 or 3 years ago, to be honest. So since we joined the CNCF, we clearly saw a big, big diff regarding the adopters worldwide. And we have had a very impressive booth in APAC and LATAM. That's so maybe, I don't know, maybe one day we're going to be able to go in KubeCon China or in other areas where we've never been. We've done India last year for the Async API Conf, and it was just amazing to chat with the local community. So let's see how we're going to manage this year, but the growth is impressive, and we clearly would like to reach the 1 million of download next year. That's our objective.
Yeah, I would like to see Microcks in KubeCon India this year in August, maybe August or July. Yeah, in Hyderabad there is a KubeCon.
Gonna be a pleasure. Something we need to think about clearly, because as you said, yes, I mean, the Indian community is amazing and very, very, very active. I mean, that's so for us makes sense to join KubeCon. We'll see if we can do it this year. As you can imagine, we are taking care about funding and stuff like that, because that's another budget that doing event in Paris or London or Europe for us. But we've been able to go this year twice in the US. So let's see if we can manage this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Wanted to share some updates about new tech stuff we released, if it's okay for you. So basically, as of today, I have prepared 2 topics. One is about security in the software supply chain and different improvements we made these last weeks or months or whatever. And the other one is about new improvement in the test containers library. So regarding the time, depending on the time, I think we'll just have time to address one of the topic. Any preferences on your side? Serge, are you using test containers libraries? Are you an adopter of test containers or not yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Arsh, any preferences?
Or maybe like supply chain security, because like there is more buzz around this.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's start, and maybe it would be easier. I can show you my screen, so I'm going to share one window, and okay. Now you should be able to see my my browser window with the documentation. Is it okay for you?
Yeah, can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So as said by Yassine, so we are targeting the level up in the CNCF Foundation, and for that, but also for a lot of adopters and specifically big banks or also public organizations. Software supply chain is a really important topic. So we've worked a lot this last month to be able to be just aligned with the latest standards regarding traceability of the different release, regarding signatures of different artifacts we are providing, regarding different attestations we can put and store within the container images, this kind of stuff. And so the first thing you will notice if you check the documentation, not the first thing, but one of the things that has moved recently is that we have now a new reference page that is dedicated to container images. Okay. And so typically you will find here all the details regarding the different container images we are providing in Microcks, how we are managing the versioning, okay, and the tagging of those images, explaining our policy, and explaining also where you can find the different images. Okay, so that was the basics. And another section we had recently is everything about software supply chain security. So typically for the container images, all the images we are now providing are they are scanned with different tools. So we are using two different tools. We are using Claire on Quay.io and Docker Scout on Docker Hub. These two allow us to get instant notification in the case of new CVs, in the case of existing fix for existing CVs and this kind of stuff. And so typically these are now integrated with our, let's say, reporting, dashboarding habits. And this is something we are monitoring very, very closely. The second thing we added recently is the signatures. So now typically each and every container images we are producing have a signature attached. So if you have a look at the Quay.io repository, for example, Quay.io, yes, Microcks, let's say Microcks Uber, okay? And check the different tags, you'll see that now we have this little shield here next to the different images. And this means that this container images tag has a signature that is attached to these container images. Aside the signature, specific identity is being created, and the signature is also registered into the SIG-Store registry. So typically, this is the signature. It can be publicly shared, publicly checked also by different by the consumers who would like to be sure that our container images has not been tampered by some man of the middle or whatever people would like to cause harms to the project. So we've documented here how you can verify each and every images. And so typically you'll see that we have the specific identity here that is produced on the GitHub site, so during the build of our images, and that is registered as the only identity that has access and that is able to put a signature on each and every images we are providing. So typically this is the way you can validate that the images you get from the different registries are actually correct and didn't been tampered in any way. So signature is one thing. But one of the things that we added recently is also provenance attestation. So provenance allows us to yes to be sure that the image you get and the signature you get have actually been built by our specific build process. Okay. And so typically you can also check the provenance attestation. This is added as a new kind of layers within our container images. And so typically for the different architecture, for the different platforms we are providing images for, you have this ability to get the provenance, and the provenance is in fact an in toto statement. In toto is the security framework that defines attestations and how to track attestation along the way, along the software supply chain. So signature, provenance, and the latest thing we have also to provide to give you full traceability of the artifacts we are providing are SBOM. SBOM are software bills of materials. So here again, we are generating SBOM for each and every images. So for each and every binary artifact we are providing. And SBOM are also attached to the container images as a new layer, and still following the in toto statement methodology or type definition. So here again, there is a way to check the SBOM, to retrieve the SBOM, and within the SBOM, you will have the full list of dependencies that have been used to build and that are included within the container images. So typically here, this is the container images for our Microcks Postman runtime. Okay, and exploring the SBOM, you will have the list of the different packages that are actually included within the container image, within the software we wrapped in a container images.
And all the dependencies are fully listed and in a very transparent way now.
Exactly. So SBOM are used typically to do your own self-assessment of security of our images, because we are doing the assessment on our side, but you can decide to not trust us and do the things on your side as well. This is what SBOM are for. So you will have the full description of the content and the traceability of the different dependencies we're using. You can also check license issues regarding the dependencies, check if they are aligned or not with your policy, whatever. So a lot of stuff to build on this board. So
And
yes.
no, go ahead, Laurent. I was gonna say a few words regarding security topic because that's very, very hot, but keep going, please.
Yeah. So this is one thing we've done for container images, but I would say that container images are just the tip of the iceberg. These are the binary artifacts we provide as outcome, as output at the end of the process. But for us, it's also very important to do kind of the same thing with all the, let's say, the raw material we are using to build these container images. So typically, with all the release and all the source files we are putting into her repo. And so typically, we are now propagating all of this logic to the raw source artifact we have in GitHub. And this is something we have started in, let's say, mid-December, so 1 month ago. And we are slowly propagating it to each and every repo. And so now typically, let's, for example, look at the Microcks Quarkus repository. It was one of the first involved. So if you have a look at a release, for example, the 0.2.7. So first thing you can see now is that this release has been automatically produced by GitHub Action. This is now a fully automated process. Before it was a bit manual process. So now it is a full automatic process. So you have nice changelog that is automatically generated with contributors and so on. But we are now also, alongside this release, tracking a lot of different assets. And we are doing kind of the same thing. So we are providing, first we are providing archives with the sources attached, okay, using zip or tar.gz format. And all the different archives are now signed. Sorry. So you can see here we have the signature that is also added, and that can also be checked regarding our public signature in a PGP repository. Second thing we also have added is a SBOM for each and every modules or each and every repository we are providing. So typically, you will have the full traceability of the dependencies that are used at the source level once you have this release in GitHub, but also the full traceability of dependencies you have at the runtime level when you just pick up the container images. Okay, so both of them are making I think a very comprehensive landscape of secure software supply chain with this ability to check things, to check policies at different levels, both the source level and the binary artifact level. And so typically, if you have a look at SBOM, you will see that, let's check this one, for example. It's much more complete. Okay, I will not be able to look to, okay. But basically, this is the same JSON structure that I showed previously, and it allows you to have a very comprehensive visions of all the Maven, all the Java dependency that have been used to compile and to release this version of the module.
Yeah. And what I would like to add on that point is, I mean, at the latest KubeCon in Salt Lake City, where we have attended with Laurent, I mean, security and all these points related to security best practices, SBOM, and so on, were directly at the keynote. It was a very, very huge and important topic for the foundation. So it's good because it's a process that we have initiated, let's say just before, but we've been surprised and happily surprised to see so many talks regarding security, and we saw some talks from giant in the industry who explained what they are doing and how they secure and check everything within their CI pipeline in order to secure their supply chains based on the SBOM and all the certificate and security stuff that the product are providing. So this is very important for us as maintainers in order to be, let's say, to have the trust of our biggest adopters, to secure the project, because that's absolutely something we are taking care about. But last but not least, it's also something that is very important for the foundation. And all this work is, let's say, clearly aligned with CNCF, Open SSF best practices, security best practices. And we've made a very huge amount of work on the project health for the latest 6 months. It's something that we started to explain in a previous meeting, but we also are using tools like CLO Monitor. Maybe you can show CLO Monitor, Laurent, where we have decided to add all the Microcks repos, which mean a lot for us. As you can see, I think we have 18 repo, maybe a little bit more. And as you can see here, we are doing, I mean, CLO Monitor is doing a huge amount of check for us regarding, of course, best practices and security. And as you can see, we are at 100% for everything on all the Microcks repos, and we keep going, keep pushing, and keep working on security. That's what Laurent showed for you. So that's something we are working on. And the good point is we've made quite a lot of good work so far. As you can see, the score of all our repos is 19.7, which is 19.7 on 100, which is already amazing. And that pushes us from a ranking point of view in the top 10 of all the CNCF project regarding our, let's say, CLO Monitor and security score. That's big because that means we are, let's say, just a sandbox project, but we are already in the top 10 of all the projects, included incubated and graduated projects. And that's top 10 on more than 200 projects, I think, something like that.
Yeah, I
So,
think something like that.
Yeah.
If you pick, score highest first, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, 205 results. So that's number of projects.
Yeah. And we are
yeah.
just number 9 on number 10. Yeah.
And we're gonna try to make it better, especially on the security
Yeah.
aspect, as you notice. So that's very, very important. And again, our biggest adopters and some big enterprises who are using us at scale, as I said previously, really like this approach and need it, by the way, because they need to take care about the security in their supply chain and doing security check in a fully automated way on their own in order to, let's say, to increase the trust on the open source project they rely on. So we are completely aligned with that, and we're going to do our best to keep going and make it better and better and better. I don't know if you have any comment on that, but in any case, we'll explain that in more details during the year. And again, this is also important for us to level up and move to incubate and showcase to everybody, including, of course, the foundation, but also and especially the community and our adopters, that we are taking care about that, and we would like to really manage the product health in a very, very automated and efficient way, let's say. All right, I think we are close to an hour. Time is flying when we have so many stuff to share. And as you said, Laura, maybe test containers, because that's a very, very hot topic as well, and huge amount of improvements. We'll keep that for next community meeting.
Yes, exactly.
And of course, next communications, because documentation is coming, new release are coming. We expect this year talks as well and blog post on test containers as well, because we've made very, very, very impressive growth regarding the shift left approach that we have started more than 2 years ago now. All right, so maybe time to wrap up. I don't know if any of you have anything to say to close the meeting, or if not, we'll say welcome to the next one.
Yeah, and thanks a lot for joining. It's really amazing
absolutely.
Not to be just the two of us, but having people to get feedback from and to share information with. So definitely appreciate. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing news. And yeah, this is the first meeting this year. Well, let's have more.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Anushka, also for connecting. It's really appreciated and so cool to have you online.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. And thanks all, and see you for the next community meetings. And in any case, let's work asynchronously on GitHub and Discord.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a
Bye.
really
Thank
nice
you all.
day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.